Okay, so if you have seen this video till now, you must be knowing that I'm flying somewhere. So after being in lockdown for 4 months, I am flying to US finally. I was able to book a ticket in Air India Vande Bharat mission after a lot of tries. If you have faced that, you must be knowing. The Air India website was very much slow at the time of booking. Me and my wife was trying from 4 different devices, from laptop, from mobile phones. Ultimately, when the booking started at 5 o'clock on that day, it was immediately showing sold out. After trying for 5-6 minutes, it showed us 3 available tickets from Delhi to JFK, and we immediately booked it for myself, my wife, and my daughter. Yeah, and they are charging a hefty lot of money if you have seen. So normally, one-way ticket from India to US costs around $500 to $600, so which is roughly around 35 to 40,000 rupees. But here in this case, for this Vande Bharat special flight that Air India is operating, they are charging almost 1,05,000 rupees. Yes, 1,05,000 or 105,000 rupees. That's close to $1,500. They are charging almost 3 times as much as the normal flight. But if you have some urgency to go back to home, you have to pay the price. That's how it is. Okay, anyway, so my hometown is in Kolkata, India. So I came here in March, and for some personal emergency reason could not go back because of the lockdown. Finally, after getting the ticket after 4 months, I'm traveling back. So today I'm taking the Air India flight from Calcutta to Delhi, around 2.5 hours flight. Then my connecting flight from Delhi to JFK is 3 in the morning next day, like tomorrow. So I have to wait almost 12-13 hours at the Delhi airport. So I have to find some really exciting way to spend the time. Let's see how I spend that. I'm going to be recording everything for you guys so that you can also see that, and if you're taking this flight, you can get some reference from my video. Okay, so currently I'm done checking in. Normally Air India was not doing previously the through check-in, so you have to take your luggage out in Delhi airport and check it back again in Delhi International for the bag to travel to JFK. But today the Air India person at the Calcutta airport was very nice. He helped us, saying we have a baby. I don't think that's a factor, but I think he was a really nice person. I should mention it. I forgot his name, but he helped us and he gave us through check-in. Even though we booked the ticket differently, like we booked the Delhi to JFK separately as well as Calcutta to Delhi separately, but he was able to merge the PNR and check in our bags through, so I don't have to collect the bag in Delhi. It will be directly sent to JFK. So currently I'm done with the security. Air India is handing out some kind of protective face shield, mask, and all those small sanitizers, but I am also carrying my own. Your personal safety is utmost important. I am right now, when recording this video, I'm not wearing my mask, but it's in my hand. I just removed it for this video. Don't say that I'm not taking protection. Okay, so I'm currently at the Kolkata airport waiting area. My flight is after 2 hours, so let's see how it goes. For the long layover at the Delhi airport, we decided to book Allways VIP lounge. That costed us 8,500 rupees for 10 hours. It had nice comfortable chair with footrest and also unlimited food options along with high speed Wi-Fi. It might not be as good as some business class lounges but good enough to relax for 10 hours. The contact details for the lounge is mentioned in the description if you decide to book as well. So after relaxing at the lounge for about 10 hours, we decided to leave little early as we got bored sitting there for such long time. You can see the excitement of my daughter. She is running. So apparently the lifts are not working. So I'm taking the escalator to the second floor where the international departure is. So this is a bit of a hassle. Let's see how it goes. So as you can see here, there is a huge line over here where they are taking the forms. So you basically need to fill 3 forms. One is a deportation form, if you have to quarantine and if you are not allowed in the destination country, then you have to pay for the deportation. That form you need to fill, and there are 2 other self-declaration forms. So basically there are 3 forms you need to fill for each of the passengers. So if you already have filled it, downloaded it and filled it, you don't need to wait here. But if you don't, you need to collect it from the guy over here, the Air India personnel here, and take it and fill it. So as you can see, everyone is filling the forms over here. So that's how the situation. It's too hot outside the main, because outside the main terminal there is no air conditioning here, so it's too hot. So if you take the porter service or some other concierge service, they will fill the form for you because they know all these steps very well and you don't need to take the trouble. So choice is up to you. I did not take the porter service because I had enough time in my hand, but if you don't have much longer duration for connection, you can take that service as well. I'm going to show you the forms now. Basically, as I was telling you, you need to fill one of this indemnity, quarantine cost and deportation charges form, and 2 of this self-reporting form to be filled by all the international passengers to say whether you have any COVID symptoms or not. You have to fill 2 copies of that for each of the passengers. So basically you have to fill 3 forms for each of the passengers. Since we are traveling a group of 3 people, so we fill 9 copies in total. So that's how the form filling the situation is. So basically they will verify it here and stamp your forms. We already took the forms, and if you haven't filled the forms, they will not let you go through the immigration. So it's a must. Since we already have the boarding pass, the Air India person I just spoke to, she said to go directly to the immigration. So I have all the forms ready, now going to the immigration counter. Next was immigration. It took us about half an hour to complete the immigration for 3 of us. For those of you who are worrying about the visa validity restriction mentioned on the Air India website, let me tell you, I just had 1 month validity left on my stamping, and as you can see, I was allowed without any question being asked. So no need to worry about that at all. After clearing the immigration, we had to head to the boarding gate, which was gate number 3 for us. We had to pass through the duty free area. We didn't do any shopping today because we are too tired to do any shopping at the airport after a 12 hours layover. So we headed straight to the boarding gate. This is gate number 1A. The flight to Washington Dulles Airport is boarding over here. Ours is gate number 3. So we have to walk a little further. As you can see, my 2.5 years old kid is full of excitement. It's like almost 1 in the morning, but she has no less energy. She's like she just started the day. Okay, so I'm now sitting at the boarding gate finally after immigration and security check. I started at, as I told you before, I started at 8 in the morning. Now it's almost 1 a.m. It's almost 1 a.m. So after how much? Around 14 hours, I'm fine to board the flight to New York. As I can tell you, the booking the lounge really helped, and for the immigration it took us around 30 to 40 minutes for three of us. There was some, we filled the forms little bit incorrect. There was a place where we had to put the address. We put the US address and US phone number, but apparently the person at the immigration counter told me we have to put Indian address and Indian phone number, so we had to correct that. That took few minutes. So after that we had to go through the security due to COVID situation, as there's not many international flights happening out of India, so it was not that bad. It took us around 10 minutes for to clear the security. So we left from the Plaza Premium Lounge in the domestic arrival terminal around 11:15, and by the time we reached to the security gate it's around 12:45. So you can see it was quite a bit of walk. Some of the escalators was not working, elevator was also not working, so it took us 1.5 hours to complete the whole process. Now we are sitting at the boarding gate. Our flight is at 3:30 in the morning, so it's still 2.5 hours is left. So I'll just relax for some time, take some rest before the 15 hours ultra long haul journey to JFK. Till now, Air India was doing a fantastic job at managing the whole process, but now they just messed up everything. What happened was that one person from Air India came and asked all the passengers to vacate the boarding gate and queue up outside for another round of security check, which is mandatory for US bound flights. They should not have opened the gate itself before doing the security check. This was a huge bummer that all the passengers had to go through all this hassle at 1 in the morning. We did not expect this from Air India at all. So apparently whoever will be sitting in the middle seat has to wear this white color suit, and the other two passengers on the window seat and the aisle seat have to wear these face shields. They have provided some masks as well as some hand sanitizer pouches over here, as you can see, and the middle passenger has to wear this suit. So we are trying to feed our daughter with in that suit.
The jacket.
Finally we boarded the flight. As you can see, it was an absolute chaos. It was horrible experience. As you can see, people boarding, and now it's a little bit streamlined, but there was no coordination or anything, no social distancing. But let's see how the flight gave some pre-packed food in this bag. See what's inside. Since in this evacuation flight there is no in-flight service available, Air India put a big bag filled with all different kinds of foods and drinks in each and every seat. So in one of the packet we had all the snacks like chips and all those stuffs. Then there was 2 water bottles and one packet filled with sandwich, cake, then some orange juice and some yogurt. And on the other packet we had some wraps, hot wrap, then samosa and some other food, but we could not eat those because I think those were packed in the morning and mostly went bad, and we had to throw those So I would suggest you to carry your own food if possible. After the flight took off, I went on to sleep for 7-8 hours straight since I was very tired. And once I wake up in the morning, I see this amazing view outside through the window. We will be landing in next 1.5 or 2 hours. So the crew handed over some traveler health declaration form, which apparently we need to fill up and hand it to the federal staff at the airport. So here is and how it looks like, as you can see. So we need to fill this up and hand it to them. This is one important step. Finally, after almost 30 hours of travel, we landed back in America. It is a wonderful feeling. The weather is very nice outside, it's sunny, and it was like 26 degrees. That's what the flight attendant announced. And now the next step is to deboard the flight, go for immigration, collect our bags, and then head home. Finally. Immigration went fine for us. It took us about 30 to 40 minutes to complete the immigration. If you are a green card holder or a citizen, it would be much quicker for you. Anyways, next we collected our bags. It took close to an hour to get all our bags. Then we took the sky train and got our rental car from Bharat. So guys, this was my travel experience for the last 40 hours from Kolkata, India to New York, then onwards driving to Harrisburg where I live. I took the rental car at JFK, now driving back home, as you can see clearly, and I'm too tired, not able to sleep properly as well, but I have to drive miles to go before I sleep, right? So that's all for this video. If you have any question or you are planning to take the Air India evacuation flight and this video helped you in any way, do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any question about any of the steps in taking the Air India evacuation flights, feel free to reply a comment.
There's a
on
speed trap ahead.
Speed trap ahead. Feel free to put a comment on my video and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.